Your very favorite history teacher. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know now. I'm using the YouTube app because I wasn't for some reason able to get on my StreamYard. Hold on, let me put this down. Hey y'all, this is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. I had to use the YouTube app instead of StreamYard, so I was just like, I don't know what's going on today. But I just want to come on here with this breaking news because I'm always looking at the news and looking at have news break notifications and stuff like that. So I went on this morning just to talk about P. Diddy being arrested last night by FBI, taken to the Manhattan field office, and this morning they had unsealed his indictment. And so he has like 3 charges. One is sex trafficking, one is transportation? Is it like coercion is transportation or something? Racketeering conspiracy. That's the second one. Racketeering conspiracy. And then the third one is like transportation or coercion and transportation for prostitution. So like he forced people to be prostitutes, or he transported them either by, car, bus, plane, most likely, to engage in prostitution. So he did ask the judge for bail. Hour ago when I was looking at the thing, that he was asking the judge for bail. He was trying to put up his Miami mansion, I believe they said, which is worth $8 million. Then he was going to put up, I guess, the mother of his oldest daughter, his mama, and kids. Like they were all going to chip in to get him, out on bail, out on bail during this trial. And so it's supposed to be worth $50 million. And then I read another article said it was going to be the Miami house, then also his mama house. And I said, wait a minute, your mama got to put up her house? What happened to her house if you get guilty and go to jail? She don't get her house back? Like, how that work? Son. Hey y'all, hey K Camille. Am I saying it right? I'm probably not. Hey Kai and Kayla's mom. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what happened? What happened if you jump bail? And then he said he was willing to give up his passports and I think his plane or something like that. So, but I was kind of wondering, like, why he was at a hotel when they picked him up. Yeah, Casey, come here. Thank God he can't get it. I think he shouldn't just own the fact. Okay, so I put the link in the description because during one of my classes, we were doing like, trending news and stuff. So it was like my homeroom. So I was like, okay, y'all, it's 10:30. We're gonna watch the press conference. So we watching the press conference, right? And luckily I didn't have to tell people who P. Diddy was. Well, this one kid, he was asking me, well, who is that arrest? I think he was just playing with me. Because I was like, man, you make me feel old. Everyone's like, yeah, because I said, hey, y'all know P. Diddy got arrested yesterday? And they're like, yeah. I was like, because it was like the press conference is all. So Damian Williams is I guess the head district attorney or assistant district attorney. He's the man in charge, okay? And he was reading the indictment and he was reading the reasons why. And when he showed the pictures of the AR-15s that he had, and I was like, dude, why you got those guns and that many fucking bullets? I'm sorry to the Christians out there. Because I'm like, dude, you was a producer first before you was a rapper. What you doing with those guns? Don't you have security? And then they said they collected so much, I guess they got a warrant for the text messages in his phone and whoever's phone. And then they said they got, they collected tapes because they were saying everyone, a lot of people, saying that he videotapes the stuff. And I'm thinking like, didn't R. Kelly videotape what he was doing too? It's just making me think about that song they had together. Didn't they have a song together? Or am I thinking about somebody else? But when they said, now later on, I must have missed the part where they talked about the. No, I think I was in the one when they said baby oil and lube. They collected because they collected stuff out of his house, out of Miami house and the Beverly Hills house back in March. And they said, does he really come from the streets? Because I thought he was like middle class. Or working, you know, not the streets. His lawyers will try to get the jail to change their mind tomorrow at 3:30. What are they gonna say? Because the judge just said about 20 minutes ago, no bail. You're gonna be held here. Because the district attorney is like, no, you have too much influence. You're gonna be out here doing regular everything else. He was like, he was gonna promise to give up his passport, his plane, put up his house, his mama house, and his kids, whatever they got. And then I think he said mother of his oldest daughter. I'm like, where did he get her from? Like, who was that? They gotta put up stuff, and then he's just gonna go to court and his medical appointments. Are we to believe you, sir? You had 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. Something is wrong with you. I'm sorry, for the 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube alone, you need to be held in there. Keep him in there. Keep him in there. They got all them damn tapes. Okay? The guns, keep him in there. And then they said they found drugs. Because some people who previously say he raped them, male and female, saying like, oh, he gave them something to drink. Did you know they found a date rape drug called GHB? Do you know how 1990? I remember in 1990 they kept saying, ladies, please make sure you watch your drink, because guys were putting it in women's drinks, and then they're going home, and then and you couldn't say no when you're under that. And I'm just like, so they don't found date rape drugs, they don't found 1,000 bottles of lube, they don't found four AR-15s and bullets, and they found I don't know how many tapes of you performing these alleged sexual acts. No, sir, you need to stay in there. And this is the thing. Was it Weinstein and R. Kelly? Didn't they have bail when they were out? And I think after a while, I forget, I think they ended up, I think they were found, wasn't R. Kelly in New York as well? Got indicted in New York as well? And Weinstein got indicted in New York? Oh, this is not good for Diddy. He going down. Shoot, the only one that got a reversal is Bill Cosby. Yeah, I'm sorry, putting a Quaaludes, somebody, yeah, that's still bad. Yeah. He did a lot for black television, but But I think his was in a different district, different jurisdiction, they call it, different jurisdiction. I know you didn't say he's a 69 guy for sure. All right, you're welcome. I just wanted to come on here with an update. I was thinking about doing a video to show you how to look up the indictment. It's 14 pages. Because I'm thinking it must now, since it's been unsealed, I probably can go on Pacer and read it. But I want to say News Nation, I was reading one of their articles and they had a link to the indictment. So I'm going to go back there and see if I can put that link in the description. But I'm just like, a thousand bottles worth. And I was listening to Kevin on Stage and Angel on their podcast. I'm a part of his Patreon, and so if you're part of his Patreon, you get the longer version of the podcast. And he said Kevin said he was mad about Diddy and 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. He said, how much do you need, really? He said, you shouldn't be having that unless you're selling it. He said, and the Angel was like, well, maybe they were like, what they call it? You know how like there's mud wrestling, but then maybe they were like wrestling with the baby oil or something. I'm like, that's a lot. It's a lot. Nobody need to be that moisturized. Nobody. And how many damn parties are you having that you have to have a whole room, not a room, but like a shelves full of goddamn 1,000 baby oil? Where did you go and buy that in bulk? You go to Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon? Like, how did you go get that? Like, who was sent to the store? That's what I want them to say. Tell me, how did he get 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube to his house? Which house was it in? Was it in both houses? So like you combined, it was 1,000? No, really. Where'd you go to get that much? Did you call Johnson & Johnson? Oh, y'all still see me? I need a lot of baby oil. Can I? They probably thought he was a distributor. They probably thought he owned a store or something. I'm serious. Like, how? Somebody had to go make that order. Like, you went to Costco? Did you make several trips? Or did you go to Walmart? Did you go to Sam's Club? Or did you get it on Amazon? Like, what? Did you get it straight from Johnson & Johnson website? Like, what? I'm just trying to figure it out. And why didn't I hear nothing about no condoms? Did y'all hear condoms? That if they collected condoms, was y'all was not practicing safe sex? Y'all was everybody need to go get tested. I hope they did. I didn't hear nothing about them collecting a whole bunch of condoms and stuff. No birth control. Like, no. I want to say when Hugh Hefner, he was inviting all people to the Playboy Mansion, I swear I read somewhere that he had condoms around the house. I think he did. I'm like, damn, Hugh Hefner, the Playboy Mansion, was practicing safe sex and you couldn't? Now, Hugh Hefner did do some questionable things because now it's coming out. Because Bill Cosby actually lived in the Playboy Mansion for like 2 years when his wife kicked him out. And allegedly, not all the models that came there were of age. So if Hugh Hefner was still alive, he might be going down for some shit too. So, but I think someone at the press conference asked him, well, how come your office, because he's in New York, I think it's like the Southern District of New York. He said, how come your office is the one that's leading this prosecution? But he also has home, because he has a home, because Diddy has a home in New York City, but he also has a home in Miami and California. And basically, the Damon Williams just basically tooted his own horn. He was like, well, connected. My alarm went off. Usually when I stay later at work, I give myself an alarm to tell me like, hey, it's time to go. Been here too long. I was like, what was I saying? Oh, he was tooting his own horn. He was like, well, I've prosecuted the Epstein case, the Ghislaine Maxwell case. I've done, I think they did do R. Kelly. they didn't Weinstein. So he was like, yeah, we have a proven track record of prosecution, of getting, getting these people, basically getting these people out. And they said they can take any case that they want to. And he just, even though his search warrants that the judge signed off on, a warrant said Miami and Beverly Hills, that's where they went. And then also Homeland Security Investigations Department, they're helping out, and I think the local police and the FBI. Y'all, they said at his bail hearing, or I guess when he said not guilty of the 3 charges, which was sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and coercion and transportation for prostitution. The racketeering and conspiracy is because they're basically saying like, hey, you used your job as the president of Bad Boy, and your secretaries, your assistants, the other people who are in the company, they helped you to commit these crimes. So they basically they threw a YSL, like Young Thug is part of one of his charges is conspiracy, RICO. So yeah, I told my students, I said, look, man, y'all know, if I work for Diddy, I'm singing, I'm telling, I'm not going to jail for him. Not no federal time. Because I do think people who assisted these people should go to jail. And the people who assisted R. Kelly, I do think they should go to jail. Okay? I do. Yeah, they help bring some music to our culture, but yeah, look how many people that they done affected. They have affected. Someone ordered it. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Who did he give money, or who did he give his black card to go online and buy that much baby oil? And then you have it delivered to your house. Someone had to put it in what do you call it, the cabinet, pantry, whatever. I'm like, what is the matter? But yeah, he was willing to put a $50 million package. They said, why you put your mama house up? But I guess if it's your child, you be like, nah, they ain't doing this. And I think his lawyer said, this is an unjust prosecution. Matt, okay, they just doing their job. Okay, they just doing their job, right? But they said that Diddy must have known that he was going to get arrested, because they were saying the other day they saw pictures of him. He was just out at the beach and just walking, but he was looking like kind of sullen, like, this is my last time out. So I'm just like, I'm just wondering if that's the reason why he didn't stay at his own home when they come to arrest him. That he was just like, okay, I'll just be at the hotel. It's not that far from the Manhattan office. Or maybe he didn't want them to arrest him at his home and then find something else at the New York house. Kind Kayla's mom, of all the things he didn't have, you ain't about to jump up and down on me without a raincoat too much. Exactly. But guess what? If he don't keep getting you all these bottles and drinks of Ciroc, and you didn't see him pour it, and then he don't put Rohypnol in your food, in your drink, and now you can't even say no. Consent means I have the ability to say yes. Okay? And let's say, even if, let's say, I'm knocked out, I still am not able to say yes. I'm drunk. I'm still not. Let's say I do say yes. Guess what? I'm drunk. I'm not alert. Hey, just being me. It's just, oof. Mm-mm-mm. Just, I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, finally got him to bed. They arrested him last night. They took him to the field office this morning. They had his indictment. They read his charges. Sex trafficking, first charge. Second charge is racketeering, conspiracy, and the third charge is coercion and transportation for prostitution. So he asked the judge for bail. He said he willing to give him $50 million, which is basically his Miami house, his mama house, and I think his kids, whatever they had, and the mother of his oldest child, all chipped in. It was going to be totaling $50 million. And the judge said, nah, hell with our bail. Ain't got no saying. He need to say it now. He need to say it now. You got all them guns. What you can hire security, sir. We don't need that many guns. I think they were looking at I think it sounds like from the prosecutor, it sounded like they were looking at everybody's lawsuit and who they were naming and what they all alleged he did. So I think they were looking at everybody's lawsuit. I don't know if they got a chance to look at Dawn because I think hers is the most recent, right? But I'm sure somebody in that office, because the man said, oh, we've been working around the clock. So I'm sure probably somebody got that woman's indictment and they were like, they got that woman's lawsuit and they were like, okay, let's add it to the pile. Let's add it to the list of witnesses. Mm-hmm. Especially if some of them had text messages to prove it, or and I think a lot of them said, "Oh, he films all this." Okay, so when they went to get the warrant from the house, guess what? They got some tapes. Mm. Mm. All this time we just thought it was R. Kelly out here taping his escapades. Whew. I hope he don't be like R. Kelly and me doing interviews and stuff. Man, it's good he should stay in that jail because R. Kelly for a while was not. He was out on bail. No, he don't need to be out here. Because I got a feeling, and they said the reason why the state said that they didn't want him in, said because he has a history of witness intimidation or trying to buy off people. Like that Cassie video, he tried to pay off the bellhop for that tape. Yeah, that was Cassie. And then he kept saying he didn't do it. They're just doing this stuff to me. And then after the Cassie video come out, he gonna say, I apologize. What are you apologizing for? Who are you apologizing to? You didn't even mention her name. You didn't say, I'm sorry, because you probably don't feel like you're sorry. Yeah, he got caught. It was trying to look sympathetic. I'm like, whoever wrote that speech for you, you ain't got a good PR person. If I was your lawyer, I would have told you never do that. Like, why are you doing that, sir? Because you say you're sorry, and your actions, I think he said, were irresponsible. You're admitting to something. You committed a crime in that video. And you admitted it in your own video. That you took it yourself. You went live, clicked like yourself. And said, I'm sorry, I apologize for what I did. You're admitting you did it. I'm just like, Y'all just, yeah, they need to keep him in there. I still want to know who the hell went to the store. Oh, I'm about to get off of here because I need to get home early. Because tomorrow's gonna be a long day, so gotta rest up. Okay, girl, I don't know if it's a girl. Just being me. If them two was in jail together, they be putting on whole productions and stuff. They be having some type of music something every week or every once a month. Jailhouse Rock Part 2 2.0. Ooh, he had the kids and stuff in the courtroom, and I was just like, I don't know if I didn't see anything about mentioning his daughters, and I was just like, this is something about his 3 adult sons. Something like Quincy was there, because he thinks Quincy is his stepson, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, hey, y'all daddy's going to jail, so y'all might need to go start going over LB Sure House. That's gonna be our new daddy, because he's the only one got sense right now. I did notice that when they did raid them houses, one of the sons was there. I think 2 of the sons were there. Quincy wasn't there. I'm like, either he at work or he at his daddy house or he's somewhere else. I'm just saying. Yeah, I feel bad for your daughters. Like, your last name and their last name is not Common. Their last name is Combs. So it's like, okay. And I really feel bad for all of them. Like, your mama is gone, your mama's dead, and your daddy he's in jail. So Quincy was with Albie at the White House. I just feel like I hope they can find someone to go, someone stable, someone that's listen to them, maybe get them in not only church, but get them get a counselor. Because also being separated from a parent who's in jail, that's a form of grief. You have grief when you do that, when that happens too, because you're not physically with them. And this is the thing, it really should tell you, if you were married to one of the mother of your children and you were being a good husband and a good father, you wouldn't be out here doing all this extra stuff. You ain't having all these goddamn freak off parties. Thousand bottles of baby oil and lube, sir. Four AR-15s, and one of them had the serial numbers. Are whispering about them. I hope they go. I think, are they seniors in high school? Are they 18 now? Lord, I pray for them. Ooh. Yeah, so, yeah. Let's hope they get to, I don't know, I think they have, don't they have grandmas on both sides? Somebody they can stay with, or, I don't, or come stay with them at, well, I guess this is the New York house, or is one of the older? I don't know if they should pick one of them, because one of them might have to testify, or if they a co-conspirator, because I think the man said Mr. Williams, the prosecutor, said, he said it's open. Whoever assisted Mr. Combs, he is open to filing charges on them too. So it's like, okay, sons, how much are you willing to lay down your life for your daddy? Yeah, I'm gonna keep them in my prayers too. I just feel really, for the kids. Now, this is just me. I just wonder if Kim Porter was alive, would those kids have been the ones that were there? Would they have been there at his hearing? And I wonder, like, would she have been in his hearing? I don't think so. I think she might be a witness. Because the way they were saying, it was like they was all united front behind them. I'm like, did you hear what they said he had in the house? Let's say he didn't do it. Let's say he didn't do it. Then what he did all that stuff for? If I was his mama, I was like trying to figure out what the hell he got $1,000 by the baby oil for. I passed by it briefly. I did see DC Young Fly speak. I want to say, I think I shared his funeral. I just don't like funerals. There's some I've been to since my mama died, aunts and stuff. And then there was a couple that I just knew I couldn't make it through. I couldn't make it through Aunt Rose, because she was like my great Aunt Rose. She was like my grandmother, because when my mother couldn't take care of me, I lived with her. I barely got through my cousin Elaine, which is my great Aunt Rose's daughter, funeral. I started crying. I was reading my other cousin, who's like my sister, growing up. I had to read her statement because she was living in Baltimore at the time. I'm reading her paper, and I'm crying and I'm like, oh Lord, And then when my cousin, the one that was in Baltimore, when I found out she died, because she was younger than me, it was like my little sister had died, And I was just like, I couldn't go to her funeral, but I did I did reserve the hall for the repast, because my church at the time I was attending, they had a really nice hall for it. So her sister and her nieces got to decorate, for the hall and everything like that. So yeah, because I know I wasn't gonna be able to go to their funeral. One of my cousins, her cousin, took a picture of them at the grave site, and she sent it to me. So that was it. I actually need to reach out to her ex-husband and check on her son. So I'm trying to do better at keeping in touch with relatives now, because the older aunts and uncles, they ain't too many. There's one uncle left on my mama's side of the family, and everybody else is there's an uncle-in-law, and then there's an aunt-in-law. Let's see who else. Everybody else is their children. So all the first cousins, second cousins, most of us, So yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry if you lost the baddie. Yeah, I did go to the funeral of one of it was a memorial service. Her body wasn't there. It was one of the former teachers that I worked with. I went there briefly, then I had to get back to work because it was I had to go to work. It was a work day. But then when it was my another teacher, it was her funeral. She actually had two funerals because she's from like the San Antonio area. That's where she's gonna be buried. But she lived here in Houston and she taught here for like decades. So she had, that was for her Houston friends and, family. They had a funeral here, and I just could, that morning, I was trying to leave the house and I just couldn't leave the house. I even called my best friend. I was like, hey, because she said she was going to go with me. Because I said, hey, I need you to come with me because she's also my accountability partner. And she told me, because she was honest with me, she was like, I'm not going and I don't think you should go either. She said, I know I told you I was going to go, but she said, and it was August. And she was like, yeah, because this is the month of my her deceased grandfather, her uncle, and her grandmother. And so she was, she really loved her uncle, and her grandparents helped raise her, and she was their caregiver for like years. Like I was, I think way longer than I was with my aunt. So my aunt, she didn't want a funeral, so that's why we didn't have one for her. I feel like she should have had one because she affected a lot of people in a lot of good ways. But I wish my uncle had a funeral, but my aunt didn't want to have one. And then we found out later on that one of his lawyer friends offered to pay for it. And we were like, you didn't tell us that. And we were like, trying to figure out, is it the dementia you forgot or you just didn't want to have one? Okay. Yeah. Hey, Easy. That actually sounds really good to eat. I do know how to make some cornbread dressing and a good mac and cheese though. Hey Nikki, how you doing? Hey Cherie Harris. Yeah, I'll just give my commentary about Diddy being held without bail. They need to keep him. They need to stay in there. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm gonna have to go read that indictment and see what it says about that baby oil, because that's really bothering me. Because I'm trying to figure out who went and bought it. Did you have a housekeeper? Did you have a personal assistant? Did you send one of the boys with your black card to go get it? Did you did you from, was it Amazon? Oh, thank you, the baddie. I need to go get it's not until October. I have 3 more weeks I'll be off, and so I'm getting the wires taken off so I can go get my cleaning. Well, I'm gonna go to the orthodontist, get the wires taken off, and then go to my dentist and get my exam and cleaning. And then after that, I'm gonna go back to the orthodontist, and they're gonna I guess do whatever they need to do to keep correcting my teeth. So yeah. So, but yeah, it's Tuesday. It's a lot for a Tuesday. Yeah, he just grow. When I heard the baby, I was like, wait a minute. And then I didn't hear nothing about, oh, we took up 1,000 condoms. I didn't hear nothing like that. I'm like, y'all nasty. And they took up date rape drugs. I just like, nah, you need to stay in there. You need to stay up in there. Okay, thank you. So, all right, y'all. I'm here at home, trying to burst up for the, tomorrow is gonna be my really long day. So, as I told y'all yesterday, I picked up another class to teach. So, but yeah, if there's anything else about Diddy or anybody else in the news, I want to say I put Rich Homie Quan's. I want to say I shared. I did. I shared Rich Homie Quan's funeral uh, earlier on my community wall. I didn't watch it because I was just like, but I did like pop in and out to see like what they were doing. And I did see like DC Young Fly was you know what? That's a good question. Who's worse, Diddy or Kelly? And then if you believe what they say about Weinstein and Bill Cosby, it's just like, and Kevin Spacey is like, okay. And the thing about Cosby, like he was putting stuff in people's drinks too. But it's like that in this case there was no tape evidence. Oh, they didn't put his name on the casket? Oh. All right, thanks for coming, KC Michelle Camille. Yeah. Oh, okay. You got an army uniform on. It was plain. That may have just been the casket they're gonna show, there, and they may do something else a little bit more significant with the family later. Because I know, whose funeral was that? I can't remember. Or maybe it wasn't ready yet. Like what they wanted to do may not have been ready yet. So, but whew. All right, y'all. I will either be laying down or be in someone's chat. But definitely check out Law and Crime Network because I've been watching a lot of them. There's this one channel. I'm subscribed to a lot of news channels and a lot of lawyers too. I need to call Stephanie to see if there's a day that she can come on and we can talk about the indictment. As if I have time, because now I got this extra job. I'm trying to make the little extra money. Okay. Oh, thank you to Betty for being here. Appreciate it. What do I want to say? Forgot. Brain fog. But I'm definitely gonna do this. I always do this every year. I am definitely putting a P. Diddy question when I go over criminal law and civil law. I am. I always put something that is related to entertainment on the news because I'm like, I teach government and I want to make sure I have real life examples. When you leave this class, you be like, oh, remember Miss Chandler taught us about that. I know. Okay. I need to know, like, hey, this is a different type of criminal law. This is civil law. Okay. These are some people. Real life. So I think I've used YSL, Young Thug. Okay. I even use song lyrics when I talk about freedom of speech and censorship. One time I even played, this is before they introduced this new stuff we can do. I could go over rights and responsibilities, and I said, this is what do you call it? This is Ice-T's Cop Killers song. And I said, do you think this is protected by freedom of speech or not? I said, well, do you think he's being serious? He's like, no, I don't think, I kept saying, like, I don't think he's being serious. I think he's just saying. So he didn't say, like, oh, go to this street, do this, do that. But I could see how someone who's a cop could feel that way. But then I played YSL. This dude done told people the street at a time. I was like, no, sir, no. And the kids were like, looking at me like, So I was like, is this protected speech? Or is he snitching on himself? Is he telling about a real event, a real crime? Why the dude named Woody talking about free Jeffrey? Why? He been talking on the witness stand for like 2-3 weeks, a whole month. That's about free Jeffrey. That's Young Thug real name. Yeah, a nice name like Jeffrey. That's what you. Okay, y'all. Thank you to Betty, Camille, Dr. Nikki, Sheree Harris, Kai and Kayla's mom, Easy, and who else is in here? Just Being Me. Anyone else that I may have missed? Anyone who's gonna watch the replay? Oh, thank you, Gina Jeep. This is what I was gonna say. The different people that Law and Crime Network does good coverage of celebrity court cases, but a lot of court cases. Megan Cuniff, I follow her. I'm just gonna assume the lead attorney is gonna be on later on tonight, probably. Nate the lawyer was on earlier. I think. I hope Empire Esquire goes live this week. She's an attorney, and I think she passed the state bar in New York, I believe. So like she knows like their stuff. Who else is a lawyer? It's somebody else. Is it Natalie? I think I also named Natalie's a lawyer, and I also the news stations. I follow News Nation. There's one channel called Live Fox News, and they're not like the political Fox News, who's always conservative. They're just straight up news. So it's like CNN. I also follow CNN. I follow Associated Press. Associated Press, most of their coverage is they just show you the event. They do less commentary, but the others will show you the event and then do commentary. Who else? So I said, PBS NewsHour does mostly. They'll show it to you. They do very little commentary, but that's why I like sometimes. Sometimes I just want to hear, okay, without other input, and then sometimes I do want to hear someone else's input. So I also watch the Young Turks. Al Jazeera English, because the lady that used to be on CNN, she got fired, but she got a job at Al Jazeera English. So, I also follow BBC News. I even follow some of the it's like the Indian news network, like from India. There's one called Times Now. Y'all know me. I'm nosy. I want to know what's going on. I just come on here and tell y'all. It's what I tell. So, definitely check out Sean David Way. I saw he was earlier. I'm going to go check him out. And then I saw Danny Robertson was live too. So she's covering as well. She has they both have very good commentary. Okay. And Sean David Way has been doing a lot of Diddy, especially the lawsuits of the people who have been against him, and he's been covering books that have been written by people who were in that circle. So who else has been talking about it? I think I saw Max V World Media early. It was a lot of people that were on live earlier. I just didn't have time to like watch everybody because I was conference trying to do everything. And but anyway, like if it was the summer, I have all the time. Now I just gotta get it when but anyway, thank y'all so much for listening to me. Hey Swift, you like Taylor who? Taylor who? It must be a delay. Or just put it in the comments. But definitely check out the link of the prosecutor, the federal prosecutor for the Southern District of New York. His press conference earlier today. I put the timestamp in that video. And I also put an article there where the judge said no bail. So I'm a teacher. I just like to, I'm a history teacher and a government teacher. I like to give y'all references, reputable references. So, but I even saw somebody talk to the guy from TMZ, but he's like, I guess the guy that created TMZ. But I'm like, okay. Alrighty. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Who was they asking me?